Yep, this is Tom, the inventor in paradise. I'm back here in my garage looking at my brown 1980 MGB. Notice that there? That's the air scoop. The scoop, I poked a hole through the side of the car to feed the air into the footwell. You know how hot the foot gets down in there, particularly here in Florida. So you need some air circulation in there. And here's what I did. First off, you know, I purchased this, what you call a cowl vent. I purchased it from Boat US. And one of the reasons I did was I couldn't find one the appropriate size that I wanted that looked nice on the car. I couldn't find it in an auto magazine, so I went to Boat US, and you know, the nautical equipment is usually a little pricey, and they have a good finish on them. Now this has been on my car for a couple of years, and there's hardly any corrosion. You know, I'm down in Florida. I'm exposed to salt air. A lot of pits and surface grime gets on things, but this is held up very well. Okay, so that's where you get it. Well, there you go. Taking off the shroud is easy, right? There's only one screw. See, it goes in the back there. There it is in my hand. One screw. The other it has two little ears up on the front portion of the hood. It just pops in little receiver slots. Ah, there, see, it's metal. Little receiver slots right there, one high, low, and then the screw goes here. Now this piece here that I've got my hand on, that is a piece of PVC pipe. I shoved it through this base, this phenolic base that is what the shroud mounts to. It just has a receiver hole in it. Well, here's a better picture of it, this angle. Let me get the light up here. There, you can see the screen is right inside, see? I've got a piece of PVC pipe inside there. I think this is either an adapter or a union. I'm going to find out what I put on there. But the screen is there to keep the bugs from coming in. And the pipe is sticking through the mounting surface about 3/8 of an inch. And that is to stop the driving water from finding its way down that tube. We don't want the water seeping in. There, that was easy enough. All I took out was two screws, one screw up here in front, one screw over there in front. And then that base, that black phenolic base, came right out. When I put the hole in the side here, it's not really a circular hole, I put some small screw drills through different places and then worked my way around it from one to the other with a saber saw with a metal blade in it. This here is a 2-inch diameter flex hose that's used on air conditioning a lot of times. All your air conditioning suppliers can they have it available. Buy it by the foot. See, I shoved it in. This thing here looks like it's a coupling for a PVC coupling, and I sprayed it black so it didn't show up too much. It's white normally. You can see that I shoved the tubing in it, and before I did, I wrapped that screening material, mosquito screening material, around the tube and taped it in place. That built up the diameter of the tubing a little bit and just jammed it into the PVC coupling, which is right here. See, it's sticking out through this side. Remember I told you it protrudes a little bit to stop the water from seeping in through there? When you're driving down the road and the wind is blowing the water in there, you don't want it going into that tunnel and working its way into the vehicle. Well, here I have the fisheye in my hand, and you can see that it has a threaded portion of it there, and the fisheye swivels within that housing. And you'll see it's open there as my finger's on the far side, but as I flip it over, that diameter of it there, see, it seals it off, closes it off. You just keep rotating it around, and you can slide it around and pivot it to any direction you want. So all we have to do is poke a hole in the side panel and slip this into it and screw it into the other component that's still down inside the car. All right? So here's the panel sitting right here. See the hole that I put in? So this component here, when we get it in the car, is going to slip right in there. The thread sticks through, and it will screw into the receiver that's down there on my 2-inch hose. We'll take a look at that right now. Well, there's the hose coming right through the panel. Here's the metal sidewall. See, I did have to put a hole through it and reach my hand in there. And the tube comes through a little higher up in here, maybe on the outside. as you see it's tipping down. There's the flex line. Again, it's just taped and shoved inside the receiver, and there's threads inside of it. See the threads there? So you can tell I got enough there. I can pull it out and play with it. I can put it back in, so I can hook this up to my dressing side wall panel. There's the fisheye hooked on the interior of the panel, and it goes through it. I just got the panel resting up there, and there's the hose. You can see it. I just screwed the fisheye into the threaded area, and it just captures the kickboard panel here, the side panel. Well, there you are. It's all back together. Just a matter of minutes. And actually, it was just a couple minutes. There's my AC line. It's the same flexible line on the AC as what I just showed you going through the panel, right? It's all secured. Well, there you go. There's the scoop. Now you know how it went in, and gives it some breath of air down that dead footwell. It's such a cavern back down in there, and it doesn't get much air circulation. Well, this is the answer. This is Tom. I'll be seeing you soon with another tip for the MGBs.